Well, it would seem that the collateral damage fairies were wide awake today. I accidentally put in um, one of the Darlington transistors or ICs, not sure what you call them, on backwards, and that was on the rear board here. So I ended up flipping that around, and I plugged it in, and I actually had the negative 17.5 volt connectors uh, tapped into pin 8 on each board like I was supposed to after doing the phono upgrade. And still noted I was getting 37.6 volts off the 38 volt power supply board on the one side of the 620 ohm 1 watt transistor or resistor. And on the other side, I was getting 15.5, I think it was, volts, which is still low. I think the expectation was around 19 volts that you had mentioned. So then I thought to myself, well, maybe something's happening with these two negative 17.5. It's affecting the power on the board somehow. So I disconnected those, plugged it in, and took some volt measurements again on the 620 ohm resistor. And sure enough, on one side it stayed at 37.6 off the 38 volt, which is basically what I'm getting off of the 38 volt terminal. And noted that the other side of the resistor, on the same side as the Darlington, was now reading 19.8 or 20 volts thereabouts. And so I thought, oh wow, I've licked it. And it's just my phono side that's gummed up. Anyway, so I brought it back in here and plugged it in a second time, and this is what I'm getting. So I'm thinking I frapped something in here. So I'll turn it on. I've got the tape deck running here. Let's push play. I think it's off of a song right now, so I'll rewind it, get to some music. Yeah, you can see the, oops. Let's get the meters bouncing here. Oh, there we go. So we got some a sound source plugged into the spare here. And now when I turn the voltage up, or the volume up, see how thin it's sounding? Yeah, so I'm pretty sure I fried something there. Anyway, unless, of course, I've got something wired incorrectly. So I'll turn that off just to make sure I'm not doing any more damage. So the things I did, of course, I did pin 3 off of this 5555005 IC on both of them. I've done that. I'm hoping I've wired, I'm pretty sure I did wiring this, but then again, I was pretty sure I did these things too correctly too. The tone control switch, which of course goes to both the bass and treble controls. And well, right now I've come to an impasse. So I guess I'll look at the schematic and see what's downstream of the Darlington, see if I need to check something there. And I'm pretty sure I've got something bunged up in the phono section. So I sent a couple of pictures of the board pre-flipping the Darlington around. And the one that was backwards was the aft one here on the rear side. This one, I believe, is correct. And so I just need to know, I guess what I got to do is try to unwire everything and start pulling components and figuring out which is which ones I blew. Anyway, before I do that, maybe I have a suggestion as to which direction to search, and take it from there. The other thing I need to know is, what do I do with these cables here? These ones that were disconnected in the upgrade. I've got 6 and 7 on the front and back, and I think I'm just going to cut them off, and I'd probably do the same thing, I guess, with the black wires, just so I don't have anything hanging in the cabinet here that can pick up some stray gunk noise or something like that. So that would be helpful if that's the correct thing to do, is just trim those off. So there I am at an impasse, and we'll see what happens next. Thank you for watching.